Hello. Hello, hello. It me, it Chris, playing against the storm again. There's gonna be a big ol' update on the 4th. And I'm told that the cycle will have to end for that. So I'm gonna either have to rush to the seal or just do whatever I like during the cycle. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Anyway, today we're going to have a crashed airship. Ain't that fun? You encounter the wreckage of one of the Merchant Guild's famous airships. You can see a very busy crew running around it trying to fix the ship and recover lost supplies. Suddenly, an old beaver in a captain's blazer notices you and yells out for help. So, two options here. We can provide some spare parts, lose 3 parts, I think just for this specific run. Then we get a lovely perk. We get faster traders and cheaper traders next game, which could be very nice. Or we could provide fuel. Win a game before year 8 ends with 300 stormwater in your warehouse. And if you succeed, all your starting caravans will gain 20 pipes and 30 sea marrow for the rest of the cycle. I sure do love the heck out of permanent cycle rewards, so we're obviously gonna click that. Now, how do we win? It's a good and great question. I could tone it down to Prestige 2, but I think I'm gonna stick with Prestige 3 just so I don't become so lazy with Blight that I forget how to handle it. And then we're gonna pick a caravan. I don't know. Where are we going? Royal Woodlands. Very little metal, but a lot of wood and other stuff. I think starting with humans is fine. It's 7, 8, or 8 we start with. I think the top one is fine. We'll grab extra people, start with 10. Since it's humans, I think the small farm is fine. If we find a geyser, we can just make porridge out of the grain, so I'm not stuck with 1-star food forever. And the last 2 things should be something. If I could get wildfire essence, I might consider it, but can't. We start with a fair bit of food already. I don't feel like I super need extra food, but like it's never bad. Start with like a ton of provision packs. Just like, you know, if I want to trade at some point, it can be very, very easy for me to do. There's something there. Starting with clay or stone is also not a bad idea. Just to make sure you always have bricks and you're not locked out of bricks at first, though I rarely find I am. I'm just gonna start with food. The more manpower I can dedicate to chopping down trees and building infrastructure before I have to dedicate it to food production is probably good. So that's that. Obviously, I want to play on, like, Prestige 2 plus, because if I'm trying to win before year 8, I would like the storm to last longer and give me 2 more minutes per year to do stuff with. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm sticking to it, and let's embark. Alrighty. What's our forest mysteries? We have Aurora. If people have services, they get a stacking resolve buff. Interesting. Services are not particularly easy to get, but having a +3 resolve around the end of Drizzle could be nice. Look into it. Fog, people are slow if they don't have housing. Definitely need to make sure housing gets up quickly. Vanishing water, you lose random rainwater in your rain engines during the storm. That could be a little bit, like, it shouldn't matter ideally for the quest, but I do have to look out for that. If the storm is happening and then suddenly I start losing stormwater, but, you know, if the storm is happening and I lose stormwater, I can just collect stormwater. So anyway, no contact is something I have to pay attention to. Gaining reputation does not lower impatience during the storm. So I can't really turn in quests during the storm. It's kind of what happens normally anyway, so it shouldn't matter too much. Ooh, then we have unnatural erosion. 2 random resource nodes are destroyed unless you pay 5 oil multiplied by the number of years played. It's at hostility 4. This requires a lot of oil. Like, hopefully I'm, like, sustainable without having to worry about that too much. But it is quite possible that could bite me, especially with limited resources like clay. We'll see. Let's see what we start out with. Lumber mill's a great thing to start out with. Every single house we're building needs planks, and most buildings need planks. 3-star planks is great. Go with that. Ooh, Workshop, very tempting. I might go with the leather worker here, though. I have grain, which means if I get a ranch, I'll have infinite water skins, and that's really good to keep a sustainable pickled goods production up. Plus, water skins can be used for wine and ale, which is basically our ideal services setup. So that's really good. Let's pick that. Ooh, hi. No brick production, but that's okay. Greenhouse exists. Greenhouse is very, very good. The press is also going to be useful because of unnatural erosion. It also unlocks flour. Do I pick the press? That feels weird. I hate the press usually, because 3-star oil and 1-star flour are like at odds with each other a little bit, but maybe it's okay. I'd probably rather the rain mill, but like we're not going crazy with flour here. I mean, we want to make biscuits and pickled goods, ideally. Biscuits, porridge, and pickled goods are probably our like ideal food setup because of how much overlap it has. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I don't need hyper efficient flour. I just need flour. Maybe. I guess it's okay. It's gonna have to be okay. Alrighty. So that's a pretty okay start. Let's get our production buildings made. And our woodcutter camp's down. We're gonna pop into this glade almost immediately for the fertile ground. This is the closest geyser, which tells me a lot. I don't know for sure, but from all my games, I'm pretty sure that your ancient hearth is the center. So closest geyser being here means all the other geysers are further away. Could be just, you know, on the edge of this one or whatnot, but that also means there's almost certainly nothing in here. Maybe there's one at the edge of that one. Very unlikely for these two to have a geyser, but it's possible. But it tells me something. I'm not sure how useful the something is, but it's something. Anyway, let's get started. Yeah. I think everybody's kind of in a place. We'll probably be putting a fox on the hearth for most of this game, but like until they like actually do something, I'll hold off. Fox decreases hostility for every glade you've opened, and I don't know if you noticed, we haven't opened any glades yet. Slap this down, make sure we're only making bricks in here. I'm not making too many. We don't want to commit to having a huge stockpile of very inefficiently made bricks. But, you know, it's good to have. Maybe I put it over here, actually, then. So there's room for the stonecutter camp. Can also start collecting these eggs guilt-free because we know we're not getting lizards. First cornerstone. Huh. Giant vegetables is very tempting. Normally the small farm is very rough for raw food because just 1 star means you only get like 3 per patch, but this turns to 5 per patch, which is just 1 below 6 per patch, which the grain gives. So that's real nice. Makes a small farm much more viable. Normally I would reroll for something better here. I think giant vegetables is just good enough to take, though. Do I want a beaver on the lumber mill? Or on wood cutting? I think it makes sense to put him on the lumber mill because this is making every 3 wood turn into more stuff instead of getting more base wood. I don't know. I'm gonna put him there because the spinny gear icon makes my head feel good. Alright. We really don't need much in the way of fabric, so I don't feel like I need to put anybody on that quite yet. Orders are here. How are we doing on planks? We have 7. Not a lot. Could use more planks before we run into everything. Just 4. I mean, that's enough to make 2 big shelters at this difficulty level. I guess we can open this up. Complete glade events or do trade routes. Both of these are like fine. I'm gonna click problem solver just because sometimes it's hard to have enough food to justify making early game crop packs. That's it. Well gosh, normally this would be raising the stakes instantly, but is Call to Arms good with +1 to oil production? I doubt it. It goes from 5 to 6 with heavy press, which like is not insignificant. But, like, it's not going from 2 to 3 with planks and getting 3 parts. That's really good. And this just takes a trade route or 2. It's not a big, deal. Call to Arms has returned. Do I take it now? I do love me TikTok to get double the copper ore from clay pits plus wildfire essence, but making 6 purging fire is like very doable very early, and early orders can be very valuable, and the +1 to oil is good. I don't think I mind it. I think we do that. I think we commit to that. Anyway, let's pop into this. I think I'll put the blight post like right here. And call it good. We don't need super fast shelter because we didn't get a super fast shelter order, so I may as well just put down some nice housing right off the bat. The foxes will absolutely need nice housing right off the bat. Beavers, if we run full woodcutters during the storm, there's a chance we'll need to get good housing for them right off the bat, but it's not guaranteed we have to. Probably good to put a fox on this also. Just because we're gonna need a lot of planks. Hi. Coal veins. Huh. Like, interesting. I think just I think just tearing this down for the dew is gonna be objectively better. Coal's nice, sure, but have to spend parts to make the mine, have to dedicate a lot of people to the mine, and like, you know, getting more fuel to burn is great, and coal has some uses and elsewhere, but it's also, you know, not that important. Certainly not as important as having building materials for fox houses. IMO. This is fine. Ooh, or is it? 1, 2, 3, maybe it's not. I guess I have to turn it this, maybe I'll turn it this way. Yeah, no, that's good. Make the, put the road up here. We'll have to cut this one singular tree. We'll slap the blight post down here now. Get that tree cut. Should get some stuff out of the way. Can't do my usual pretty fence around here, unfortunately. Well, I mean, I can, but it won't be particularly useful or practical. Alright. Let's try to get in there now. If we can get I need to get the woodcutter behind the warehouse to start clearing out area behind there, and I may as well plan on chopping into here next. Goodness knows we're gonna need a storm geyser, and there just happens to be one there, so that'll be lovely. After that, we might, oh god, forbidden blade. Maybe we won't chop that way. This way's pretty tempting. Lots of space to two lucrative dangerous glades. Could end up being fine. Could end up being terrible, but it's probably gonna end up being fine. This also counts as a glade event, which might make me want to do that. Maybe. But anyway, everybody's kind of doing what they have to right now, so see no reason not to fast forward a touch. Builder's working on the farm, he'll get that done probably in the middle of the storm, which is fine. Good to put down the beaver house I want to put down at some point too. May as well just drop it down now. I will definitely want like 8 beavers at some point during the course of this game, just to fill up all the woodcutting camps and the lumber mill with beavers, just so I can have maximum plank production, because that'll feel great. Bonk bonk. Making the road, making the road. This is actually a really nice spot for the entrance to the small farm. It reduces the amount of distance I have to travel from the far side of the farm to where they drop stuff off, and it's also pretty close to the warehouse. It's very efficient. Makes my brain secrete the good chemicals. I love efficiency. Alright, our beaver is mildly upset. But we have the planks to make him his house. We're just kind of waiting around for the builder to get over there. Our one builder is like one of the few people who isn't super slowed down by the storm, so hopefully they get to it quickly. But I'm not worried. I think at the end of the day I could just favor the beavers for a while and it should be fine. Cool. Light post is made. Want to make plenty of purging fire. This is not getting built. What is our singular builder doing? He's carrying planks to it. Okay, well, you know what? That's very legit. Okay, there it goes. Building, building, building. And now we have newcomers. These guys seem fine. Don't mind bringing in 3 people right now. More the merrier, right in the early days. Sure. Get a human on the farm immediately then. And we'll replace a woodcutter with a beaver and get him to the small farm, and our 2 foxes can help build stuff. We have much stuff that needs building. Actually, just the one thing that needs building, huh? Well, it's an important thing, so there. Let's see. How are we on planks? 55 already? What? How'd that happen? I don't even know. It feels like an enormous amount to have right now. That's weird. That's a good kind of weird. Ooh, we need to put down a trading post too. It's free to move, so I'm just gonna slap it wherever for the moment. Build the press at some point. We're gonna struggle a little to find a use for this at first. But, maybe that's fine. Okay, we can slap you guys over here. Put down another fox house. See where we stand. I've decided I'm going to move you a second time immediately because I want to get in that dangerous glade. Like now. So hop to it. Alright, what do we got? Copper extractor is a nice cornerstone, but I need crystallized dew for fox houses, is the thing. Cooking steam does nothing right now. Royal Guard training will probably never do anything. Getting training gear for the foxes feels like a bit of a luxury. Well, it's literally a luxury, but shut up. Let's just reroll. Something better, please. Calming the forest? I certainly don't mind it. Anything that lowers hostility is good. So sure. Let's roll with that. And see what our new orders are. Ooh, the supplier. It's actually extraordinarily underwhelming with my current blueprints. All this gets me is 2-star flour. That's literally it. Plus on to pack production's really nice, but it is like highly questionable if we find 3 ancient tablets. If I do empathy events, there's a good chance I will not find them, but I could. I wouldn't mind the supplier either. I mean, this is just objectively easier and we have to do trade routes anyway, so just pull that out of the blueprint pool. That's fine. Oh, you are a jerk. Who's coming next? Is it Sahilda? Oh, I don't know until the trading post is built. Oh, no. If it was Sahilda, I might try Herbalist Trial because there is a chance that I could buy the herbs and berries from her and get that very, very, very tasty alchemist's hut, which I would love to have. But it's too big a risk. We're gonna click human population for another blueprint and good pies, which not optimal, but still good. So we deal. Probably pull back on plank production, to be honest. Let's get you making purging fire and work on that order. And our last 2 builders are probably going to be dedicated to doing this dangerous glade once it's open. Ooh, +2 grain production is pretty significant, going from 6 to 8. Yeah, I'll have to give that due consideration before he leaves. But first things first, we must cut into this glade and see if I need to buy a solution to the event. So we just fast forward until these 2 trees are cut. Oh, balls. Oh, that's the worst one. Oh, that is so massively the worst one. Okay. He does not sell enough pipes for this, which is a shame because that's the cheapest option. 12 tools will be extraordinarily expensive. Yeah, like extraordinarily expensive. Oh, maybe not. That might be more doable than I'm gonna give it credit for. Like, it's a lot of stuff, don't get me wrong. It's all of our planks. We'll need to put 2 people back on woodcutting again, but like, to solve the problem? It's probably worth it. Alright. Okay, now we need to make a makeshift post because we kinda super duper de duper need trade routes going, otherwise we're going to have a massive amount of hostility. Well, maybe that's fine actually. Yeah. We're not getting any reputation from the humans and beavers anyway. So, you know, having them being upset through a drizzle and clearance is not a huge deal. Much more important we take care of this before it destroys my cornerstones! Ugh. God, I hate merchant shipwreck. It is the worst. What good things came out of this? Apart from the stormwater geyser, I guess. Some eggs. Some camps we can't make any use out of. Yeah, it's not exactly the greatest glade in the world, that's for sure. Zorg is leaving. This is my last chance to give due consideration to mold supply, which is very expensive. Very expensive. I mean, we have a fully stocked farm right now. It's viable to give up a fair bit of food for that. You know, I don't. I think I need to only buy mission critical stuff. Mold supply is nice, but it is not mission critical. This gets moved over here just so it's out of the way. Could definitely use a builder somewhere, but everybody's kind of doing what they have to. The woodcutter's camp needs to be staffed because I need hearth space and we need to clear out the forest and get plenty of wood. Need the farm fully stocked, need the blight post for an order, need some planks because I just sold all of them and I want to get this done as fast as humanly possible. So yeah, I guess I just hit the fast forward button and wish I had one other person. Yeah, probably a good idea to just plan on going in there. Don't see why not. One of our orders gives me stone, which I'll, call to arms, yeah. Once I do call to arms, I'll probably have somebody bash this rain punctual into pieces and get the dew and the pipes from that. I think that'll be really helpful. Already at clearance. Nice amount from the farm, though. They can't fully saturate it, huh? Usually Usually humans can do 6 fields each for one season, so I'm a little surprised they left one fallow. Maybe they just had a hiccup with pathing or something. Or maybe I need to put a faster road here or some such, who knows. They will lose time having to go to the hearth to eat. It's not exactly a long walk, but apparently it's a walk long enough to make a field fallow. But this is also solvable by upgrading a single human house, so it's not something I have to worry about that much. Hey! Done. Beauty. I don't need the amber delivered that quickly, so let's just take care of that. This is interesting. Greenhouse? Mushrooms can be pickled, herbs can be turned into biscuits and pies and porridge. Is there anything I would need berries for? Maybe skewers? Like, I don't think it precludes me from getting skewers. Yeah, mushrooms and vegetables both make skewers. I mean, there's something to be said about the berries, but like, plantation is not mission critical. Bakery would be pretty sweet too. Don't get me wrong. Do like that a lot, but I think the greenhouse is almost certainly the play here. Gets me a lot of food for the entire year. All I need is some drizzle water. I'm gonna eventually have to dedicate myself to making a rain collector or two, because there's no possible way I will find enough tank space from one geyser to fit all of the rainwater we need for our quest. So, you know, having a greenhouse without a drizzle geyser in this particular quest is fine. I am going to sneeze. Pardon. You didn't hear it, but trust me, it was a big sneeze. Alright, Call to Arms is done. Alright, so we click the reward, get 2 people, very helpful, +1 to oil production. We'll get this disassembled to count as a glade event completed, and then we'll need another glade event from somewhere. Ooh. +2 to ale, bunch of oil. If I had more stone, I might consider that. What do we have next? Still no brick production, I note. Clothier's okay. We don't need like super duper great coats for this crew, but I certainly wouldn't mind it. Forger's Camp also unlocks an absolute ton of food over here, like an absurd amount. So there's something to be said for that. Plus, you know, future glades might have foraging stuff too, so that's pretty good. If I had crystallized dew production, I would definitely pick up the tool shop, because it's the best thing to make tools with, but I think I'll just Forger's Camp is fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna be like wildly thrilled about it, but it's good enough. Speaking of camps then, we can slap you on that camp, slap you on that camp, and we still have a builder left over. Lovely. I'm guessing you're brick-locked, yeah. That's fair. I have not made any bricks whatsoever. Probably should do that at some point. Maybe when this, maybe once this shipwreck is looted, we'll consider doing that. But for now, we're fine. We have plenty of eggs to turn into provision packs. Probably dedicate somebody to that soon. Probably. Hey, the geyser pump's done. Cool. It's probably worth piping up the lumber mill. Probably. I am gonna have a ton of extra pipes. Sure. Alright, how we doing on Resolve? Mildly spooky, I'm not gonna lie. Only mildly though. Don't mind either, to be honest. Just get a beaver too. Alright, what to do about the very spooky Resolve? We'll slap a fox on the hearth. Didn't get us below 3. We're at 0 of 100. That's rude. That's a rude amount of hostility to give me, game. Alright, so we cut a woodcutter for sure. And otherwise, what do? Like, is there a way to get everybody to be happy without cutting more wood cutting? I don't know. We could stick a fox in the geyser, that might help. Gives me +1. I mean, that will tide them over until I build good housing for them. Same with the humans. So maybe that's the play. Mayhap that's the play here. We get some humans working on making bricks. They can't pull from this, unfortunately. So I guess we'll get a human collecting bricks so that goes faster. Get one making bricks. We definitely want to replace you guys with beavers also. We are left with more people than we can employ. 3 builders is okay. Once this gets done, the foxes should be fine. And if we just get a human house or 2 built, that should take care of all of our resolve issues right now. So we'll run woodcutters for as long as we can. If I get you just a tiny bit closer, would you? No, you wouldn't. All right. Well, force the delivery. We need the bricks yesterday. Hopefully, 3 builders will get this fox house built quickly. Cross fingers and all. Not sure what they're doing. Probably going back and forth from the foragers camp. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. It's getting spooky. Fortunately, now that it's spooky, we have to stop woodcutting. Unfortunate, but we'll put it back soon. This just needs people building it. Fine. Okay. Deliver those bricks immediately. That should be enough for a human house, which theoretically is enough to get them happy. Theoretically. So yeah. I will risk more woodcutters. Not that many. Bricks have been delivered. Did they go to the press? They might have gone to the press. Well, oops. That's my bad. Should have prioritized that. But fine, whatever. We'll just have the foxes start leaving. It's fine. No one minds this. It's not like I'm coming very close to losing people just because I refuse to halt woodcutting again. No. Not at all. We have plenty of time. Plenty. We're not even halfway down. It's fine. Stop worrying. Stop worrying so much. Okay, so we haven't actually solved a resolve problem. But I could throw a human in the lumber mill and that will solve it. So, I guess I'll do that. You. Congratulations on your promotion or something. Cool. All right. Year 3. These are questionable. Biscuit diet's okay if I was, like, actively making biscuits right now. I'm not, though, is the thing. But I could. Could very easily start making biscuits. Not efficiently, but I can make them. Alright. I've convinced myself it's fine. Do we pop this glade just because it's really convenient? Sure. No, we want to pop it as efficiently as possible. So yeah. 2 tree. 2 tree get into place. Yes. Is good. And new orders. Still haven't found a single timed one I can do. Ooh, gosh. Ah, that'd be so nice. Who's coming at the trade post? Sother. He does sell luxury items, but I don't know if he sells 40 of them. And I'd have to sell 45 worth of trade goods. That's rough. Building the Citadel's a lot easier. Wealthy trader. A biscuit production? You are a jerk. A market, which would be amazing. The biscuit delivery line would be amazing. The water skins would be amazing. All of this is amazing. No. I don't have the funds for this. Don't give me 3 amazing rewards and then be like, sure would be nice if you could actually complete it. That's what it feels like they said just now. Apart from the do, I don't care much about any of the other rewards, so I think this is a gamble I'll take. Maybe I can do an absurd amount of trading with Sother. Maybe. There could be something to this. I can trade Amber back and forth to work on it, which I hate doing because it's dumb, but if it's dumb and it works, how dumb is it really? Anyway, I'll get the woodcutter camps fully staffed again. Don't mind this amount of builders we have. You can stop pointlessly being on the geyser pump. You can go to the foragers camp. I would love a road out here. That will take some more wood chopping. I guess we're okay for now. see where we stand once Sother leaves. Well, you know, is about to leave. That's how I should probably phrase that, because, you know, I have it set to auto pause when traders are about to leave. Very, very good thing to have turned on in the options. They have so many nice little quality of life things. Also, this better be an easy Glade event after you forced me to do the frickin' crashed ship. Absolutely terrible. Clearance water, that could be useful. Fertile ground is very useful. And the Harmony Spirit Altar, which we could just do. Ooh, with amber? Ouch. That's fine. We'll get some amber from trade routes. So this should be, like, okay. We'll probably get enough money for trade routes to do this. Okay. Yeah, that's probably fine. Tons of flax, which is nice to see. I don't see any reason we wouldn't pipe this geyser up and get this place production focused. Yeah. Get a greenhouse down there, make sure the herbs are flowing in. Maybe even a few mushrooms. And yeah. Cool. Helpful. Helpful Glade. Hopefully the money doesn't flow in so slowly that everything is awful, but probably shouldn't be. This counts as a trade route worth at least 7 and a ×2, so we're really happy to do that trade. And we're not using grain right now, so may as well. There's definitely an argument to my turning off grain production given how little we're using it, but whatever. It's fine. What's a little inefficiency when it gives you cool stuff? Right? Right. Of course I'm right. You're always right. Alright, Sother's leaving. Let's see where we are. We have money. We're just gonna trade money for money. It's stupid. Let me be clear, this is stupid. But it counts. So that counted as 30 out of the 70 we need. We can just do that again to a point. Okay. We've traded our money for money. We have basically just given Sother a bunch of money. And now we have to trade 20 worth of amber, which, hey, that's convenient. We have 20 worth of amber. But do we need 20 worth of stuff from you is the better question. Like, we don't need any of this. Like, not need at least. I mean, it would be convenient to have more of this stuff, for certain. I was about to say for certain. Man, I wish we had some tools. That'd be really nice. And getting water skins, we could make early pickled goods. The coats are just flat +5 for the M's and beavers for a while. Building materials are never bad. I do want to make a bunch of building material packs. Maybe I just trade for that and call it fine. Actually, I want the cloth more than I want the planks because we're so efficient with planks. In fact, maybe I want that instead. I like fine. This is fine. Okay. That was hideously inefficient, but we got a wealthy trader done. Boom. Biscuit delivery line's going to be stupidly good. And we went from 10 to 15 water skins per round, which is stupid good. It's so good. We are so well set up for the future, it's absurd. And on that note of being really absurdly well set up, we can just slap a market down now. Giving everybody +10 carrying capacity is so worth dedicating people to it, it's not even funny. So we're gonna do that immediately, and thank you very much, Sother. Wish I could have gotten the clearance totem, but we had much bigger priorities. Speaking of things I should be prioritizing, I need to get down a rain collector or two. I would love the advanced rain collector, but it's not like I can't just salvage these when I get better ones. So, when/if. So I may as well just slap down these two. I can really only staff one. Maybe I only slap down the one then. I guess if you're gonna go ahead and make all that amount of sense, sure. We need amber again, though. Is there, like, anything we can sell? Sorta no. Maybe I should have looked at this before I sent Sother on his way and bought a bunch of stuff. Hindsight. Alright, that's cleared out enough. You get to go down here, clear out that area, then we start building our lovely market. Also, why haven't I upgraded the hearth yet? What's wrong with me? That should have been done ages ago. You know what? I want to see how this looks. Right in front of the warehouse, being like, here's today's things you need to do. Get to them. No flour for biscuits. We can turn our grain into porridge with the storm water. Don't mind that. We can pickle our veggies. Don't mind that. Like, yeah. Slap someone in there. It's fine. So you guys start collecting some rain. It's not like super needed right now, but it's useful, so I'll do it. Oh hey, this is done. Cool. We really only need to collect drizzle water right now, which is kind of nice. And I'm just sort of sitting here praying for a good trade route during clearance, because we need the ability to trade. We can also start making packs of building materials. Though right now we're kind of low on manpower. Should pull someone off the foragers camp. Nice as it is not critical. We have plenty of food. Oh right, and also the blight storm's here and the hearth's corrupted. I guess somebody needs to be on the blight post then, huh? Yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. We do have available trade routes again. Cloth? I can get it over 7. And that's enough. That'll take an age though, holy cow. Like, I may do that anyway, but I need, like, cash that will come a little bit faster. And I need 7 of it. And I don't think I can do that right now. Weirdly. Huh. I guess I could sell it that way. And that's, like, fine. Oh, there's a... I hesitate to call that a quick plank delivery route. It does take some time, for sure. Where's all our planks right now? They just don't exist because the market takes 1 billion of them? Yeah, that sounds right. really see a way to shift around my labor power right now in a useful way. I guess this is sort of just fine-ish. Pretty sure this makes it so this will go off and we get -5 global resolve and an impatience. Maybe if I put 2 foxes on it, maybe. It's a big maybe. I don't need clearance water. We have a geyser and we have nothing we're using it on, so. Once we get money, I want to, like once we get the money to calm the spirits, I'll put a second person on this, but for right now, just having one is fine, and I could use the extra builder. So we're gonna call that good. Everybody's happily housed. This is looking like just a really snazzy place for a new hearth. So I'll just tentatively plan on that. This guy's delivering stuff to the warehouse. I'm not gonna remove this until the stuff is delivered. Boop, boop. There we go. Good enough. Gotta make use of this pretty soon, too. We will definitely want a greenhouse made for it, so may as well just queue it up. And then probably the rest of it's gonna be farmland. Probably put there. Yeah. Definitely put there. And I guess I plan on that. Fun. How's this going? You've delivered all the resin, that's good. You're delivering some amber, which is good. This is not enough to speak about. Yeah, this will not help us, sadly. So I may as well not. Yeah. It was not played super well, but hey, raising the stakes is done. +1 to plank production will be quite snazzy. I'm gonna reset him so he makes 3 instead of 2. Maybe that was a poor idea, but I don't care. Brewery would be pretty sweet. So would the temple, though. I do like the idea of just never having to deal with hostility ever, which is what the temple does. That appeals pretty highly to me, not gonna lie. Brewery would also be really nice, just because we want to make ale, and this is the best place to make ale, better place to make pickled goods, and with 2 fertile grounds, we'll have plenty of crops to sustain a crop pack industry. There's a lot of good things to say about the brewery, but like the temple's so good. It's so good, especially in the Royal Woodlands where you can burn just a ton of wood and just be like, I'm just gonna burn wood forever and that'll be how I deal with all of my hostility. It's so good. I cannot stress how good it is. Hey, more people. That is very welcome. Do I want more beavers in exchange for having 1 less person come in? I think that's fine. Sure. Let's get them woodcutting. More people woodcutting is good. The rest of the people, I mean, I think putting 2 people on the market just for carrying capacity is very worth it. That's a massive save of a lot of trips to and from the warehouse. Another person on the blight post right now would be good. Probably pull them off pretty quickly, but right now might be a good idea. Let's have another. It's just like, I don't wanna do that one. I'm not going to. This is kind of spiced and it does worry me, but we'll get the amber we need in the next 2 minutes. And then maybe I can put another fox on that to speed up the process. Maybe we'll just barely make the timer. Maybe just barely that timer will be cleared. Here's hoping. I do need some bricks still. Should probably put somebody on that. Another thing opened up. Hi. Do we have 2 planks lying around doing nothing? Sorta do. They're dedicated to this house. Okay. That looked dumb, but it allows me to do a 2 double plank one, which can get me profit margin. It'll get me more profit margin progress, which is important. I do need to eventually do that. Okay, storm's here. There's no way we live at 3 hostilities, so I'm just gonna cut the people now. Just say, yeah, that's just gonna be necessary. We could get people making flour and oil, too. Like, there's something to be said about sitting on 30 oil. Like, having flour is fine. Can start making biscuits out of roots and stuff. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. It's not the worst idea. If it's not the worst idea, then it's good enough to do, probably. Any good trade routes I want to consider it here, too? Not particularly. Alright. We were definitely not good on Hostility 3. The beavers and the foxes would have started to leave, which is, not great. Though we're close. Like, once the complex food gets rolling out of the field kitchen, we'll be in a much, much better spot. But right now, we're not. So, the end. How much until we get that for? Okay. Momentarily. Alright, so let's put 2 people on this. There we go. This guy will be delivering that, and if he's not super delayed for some unknown reason, we should get this in just under the wire. Which would be good. I would like to get it in just under the wire. Yes, he will start work immediately. I appreciate that a lot. Cool. Cool. And once that's done, we can slap down a new hearth, which would be pretty cool. Can start making a housing district over here, put down the temple, make the greenhouse way more efficient, and the farm, which I should, like, prepare to make soon. I need bricks for that. We're making bricks, though, so that'll get done. Although, like, do I have anything that needs building right this very second? Could use more planks, certainly. It's probably worth devoting somebody to. I forget, is there any really good trade routes? I wouldn't mind this one, to be honest. That's a good price. It's a very good price. Like, it's extremely good price. Yeah. I'm definitely into extremely good prices for my goods. dun. Okay, we'll fill that out with roads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that like perfect? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not, but it's close to perfect, which I appreciate. We'll probably want to break into that glade, maybe this one, well, almost certainly these two. Just for space around the hearth. So I may as well plan on that. Let's get, is this cleared out enough? Sort of. Would love more space for the beaver house there, but maybe it's just okay already. We'll definitely want a warehouse here. It's a very good spot for it. And you can get to fertilizing the ground, and another human fertilizing the ground would be awesome. So let's pull you off the blight post and get you plowing the fields. Cool. We're capped on blight. There's no blight, so that seems good to me. And I guess we're good? I guess we're good. I'm gonna swap you out right now. So I have a fox to collect drizzle water once drizzle hits. Seems like an okay plan to me. Alright. New year, you get to drizzle geysering. I can pull you off the lumber mill now, get you back on wood cutting down here. I would love 2 extra people wood cutting if I can spare it. It's kind of hard to see people I can spare though. Because I can pull you off of that. I can sort of pull you off of that. And it's fine-ish. It's fine-ish. Trapper's camp? I guess we don't need eggs. Not critically. Alright. That's fine. We don't need mushroom seedlings, we have a greenhouse. Protected trade ain't bad. Not gonna lie, but with the temple, hostility reduction is like way less of a priority. Counterfeit amber's fun. I am using rainwater right now. And gaining money for using amber's fun, and we're not on Prestige 11 where the blight is really scary. So like I could play it risky and go with counterfeit amber, and we just have extra blight rots we'll have to take care of. I kind of like it. I like it. I like money, so we'll get the money. What else do we have here? Power of the drizzle. Use a bunch of drizzle water. Well, I would definitely love to do that if I had some, but I don't, so I guess that's that. Beaver Resolve is a thing. +1 to roots is actually really good with the upgraded Foragers Camp. Wouldn't mind Power of the Drizzle, but I would also like 4 beavers, just to fill out the amount of people we need. How to get to that high beaver resolve, however, is a very good question. We can get to 26, like, right now. We could get to 28 if we cut a woodcutter or 2. That might be worth doing. Might be worth doing. Also, how do I like this look? It's kind of neat. I think I might swap out the flower patches, but it's kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe crates and barrels next to that, just to be like, here's your work for the day. Ooh, or maybe lamps. I kind of like lamps. I kind of like lamps better. This is very important, just so we're all clear. I do like that a lot. So I'll do that. Also, any good trade routes? No. Is the answer. No good trade routes. Hello, Zelda.
Hi.
What can I do for you? Or more likely, what can you do for me? Trapper's Camp would be nice. We do have that giant pile of meat that can use it. Furniture would also be nice. Plus what the Global Resolve's never bad. Pocket knife would be fine. We are producing vegetables, and getting extra plant fibers is certainly not bad, but we also have a massive amount of flax here we could get if we run low on plant fibers, so that's hardly needed. I do love me blueprints just in general, so we're gonna try to get that. I'm willing to sell a bunch of wood for this, since Hilda's buying it. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Do we have incoming money? We have 4 incoming money. Blueprint's probably more important, but will that arrive in time? It will. Yeah, we could get the furniture after that. Cool. Oh, we're gonna get Global Resolve from this too. Oh, that'll be sweet. Oh, that'll be really sweet. Yeah, we could favor the beavers and actually get to 30 resolve, couldn't we? I think we in fact could. Dang, that's nice. That's real nice. Also would help if I piped up the lumber mill to make that beaver really, really stoked to be there. There we go. Kaboom! +2 global resolve. And a bunch of harmony decorations I can just kind of slap wherever. That'll do. We're like we're almost fully upgraded here. I just need to put down like a park or two. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just do that right now. And say, hey man, guess what? That's done. Alright, we'll get the furniture. Problem Solver's done, because the Glade events are finally finished. Extra people will be excellent. Still have just enough beaver resolve. Scrolls and ale would be nice. Ale and wine would also be nice, possibly even better. Training gear's kind of just okay. I mean, we have pigment for the tinctury. But is the temple education? I keep forgetting. It's religion and education. I mean, the scribe gets me 2 things we're well prepared to make use of immediately, which is real tempting. I mean, the tinctury is the same matter though. We can just make a bunch of mushroom wine. We have a greenhouse for it. Hey, Mimi. I disconnected from chat. And yet here I am, still with an excellent bitrate. How curious. Oh well, that was weird. I think this is Scribe. I think this is Scribe. It even gives me an option of tools. Terrible tools, but tools nonetheless. Somewhere down the line, that might actually be very helpful. Yeah. Definitely don't want to use leather. That all has to go into water skins. Are we getting leather from anywhere? No, is the answer. But we will get it once we poke this meat pile, so that'll be really good. We can start making a bunch of water skins. We can use oil for it. Then we'll have a sustainable pickle goods production. We can make pigment out of bugs and copper ore. I guess that's fine. Have that for scrolls. And we can make scrolls, we can make ale. And that'll be lovely. I think ideally we make ale out of grain. Don't feel like I want to use anything else for that right now. Speaking of things I want to do, let's fill up the trapper's camp now that we can. Once the greenhouse is built, I'll be putting humans on that, so I'll just slap a fox there, and then suddenly I'm out of builders. Life comes at you fast. Yeah, all that sucks. I do need a trade route over 7, though. But none of these are. Boo. Boo lame. Oh, we're full up on planks, sir. Yeah. But you gotta stay in there for the resolve, actually, so, do that. Alright, you guys get in there. Probably, since I don't have any drizzle water whatsoever, I shouldn't fully staff it. It's only gonna get staffed as long as we have water, but we're getting some. It's not crazy. Anyway, we'll be done with Beaver Resolve pretty soon. I want to start making packs of building materials too. Not just for the order, but also probably to sell later, if I'm being real. Which means I might want to start making packs of crops too. Our food is going up. It's like perfectly viable. Almost done here. We need another fox house, and that should clear us for the amount of housing we'll need over here. Yeah, once our decorations get built, we'll be all good. And that'll be real nice. Beaver Resolve is done. Excellent. Let's get all the woodcutters staffed with beavers. And then 2 on the lumber mill? That seems really excessive. Why don't you just go to the press where you're happy? And we can turn some of our excess plant fibers into oil and mill our grain into flour. That seems good. And the rest of you can start making a small hearth. We want it facing this way so it's less of a walk for the farmers, I think. And yeah, now we just kind of work on getting stuff done, huh? Sure do. We're sitting at 200 capacity for stormwater once this rain collector gets built, but we'll need 100 more to get this quest done, and we need to, you know, win before year 8. 2 things that are not guaranteed to happen, but hopefully will. You get on the stonecutters camp for the moment then. It's fine. We're using the vegetables and grains, so like having both of those going is smart. You 2 are both busy. You're gonna clear out that field very easily, which I'm thrilled by. Which means this will definitely get fully utilized once the hearth and the warehouse go down. And it looks like this is fully utilized as well. Alright. Good. I don't need to do any house upgrading. Like, not critically at least. Still, I think I'm going to use some of this stone. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Just to make the path to the warehouse where everybody has to go slightly faster. Just slightly. Any good trade routes? We do have eggs. 2 of these gets us over 7. That clears an order. That's worth doing. Can't quite make it there with human resolve yet. Though we can eventually. Just have to get their houses down. I've got all the beavers I want. These guys? Sure. In that case, we'll start making plans for some more housing. Some fox houses here. Here, that'll be enough for them. We'll need more human houses. 1, 2, that's like 8, 10, 12. Yeah, that's 12, that's enough. We'll also need some beaver homes, which fit very nicely here. So let's put them here. And that's 10 there, and that's enough to house everybody once it all gets built. Gosh, it sort of makes me feel like I need a second person making planks, given how many planks that will require. We don't need clearance water, so you guys can just get off with that. We're out of drizzle, so I guess once I notice the greenhouse being done, we'll pull people off that. I need somebody in the leather worker, so I guess you're fine there, sure. Also love the trappers camp to be fully staffed now that we have all these people. None of these are very good. No one eats jerky. 1-star flour is just okay for now. Forum is slightly redundant. It does have leisure in it, but meh. Tavern? That also has leisure in it. Should have picked the forum in that case. But it's okay. I do want to make ale at some point. Alright. I guess that's good enough. It's a good enough reason for me. Alright. You can get on the hearth, that's fine. Temple will need to be built somewhere here. Definitely want that built very soon to start getting well, you know, get hostility reduction. A massive amount of it, in fact. Where are the human houses? I decided to put them here for random reasons. It's fine. It doesn't really matter where it is, just, you know, just thinking aesthetics. This is all fine what we're doing. Definitely could use more gatherers here. Filling out the stonecutters camp wouldn't be crazy. I do want as many people building as possible right now so we get more housing down. Fewer people afflicted with fog, the better. It will indeed take a lot of materials to do all that. Out of bricks again. That is what happens when you have barely any brick stockpiling. So I shouldn't be too surprised. You know, we use herbs and biscuits, so we don't want to sell herbs for sure. This is probably worth piping up, but I could also just put a beaver in it. We have beavers who are not being optimized, right? No, we don't. Huh. I mean, we have enough planks to be fair. Okay, we'll pull you out, put you in here. Please keep the flour production rolling, and probably make that the top priority. In fact, screw it. We're not using clearance water for anything else. We may as well. You're done here, which means the packs of building materials are done. We need 20, not 10. Why did I set it to 10? I'm a dummy. That's the reason. Sorry to inform everybody I'm a dummy. It's very tragic. All of us coming to this realization at once, but, you know, we'll just have to muscle through it. I believe in us. Anyway, let's make the temple. That'll take a lot of bricks. Ooh, we also need to make sure we're below 4. I don't want to spend oil completely needlessly. Although, I can just, you know, burn a single stack of wood, get ourselves some hostility reduction rolling. Be happy about that. Very happy about that. Cool. Are we really on a stormwater deficit? We are, because I keep pumping Happy Juice into this. It's fine. I'm only gonna take trade routes that really just, like, bring me joy, I think. I can afford to be picky. And you just have no bricks. That's very reasonable. I don't know where to put anybody. Probably fine where they are right now. We don't have a lot of things that need building at the moment. Maybe I swap that out a bit. Should punch into here and here too. We are starting to run out of wood in this location. So getting those cut out seems like an okay idea. We have no contact with the Citadel, so I do not want to click this button. What's that on? Hostility 2? Yeah. We can't burn enough wood to get below Hostility 2, and I don't want to bother. We'll click it soon enough. Hey, everyone's housed. That's good. Oh, definitely wouldn't mind finding a drizzle geyser somewhere. Definitely wouldn't mind finding a lot of different things. But we're not guaranteed to find any of those things, so I just have to suck it up. You know what I might do? I think I'm gonna make a cool, like, extra long temple thing here. I like it. Oh gosh, yeah. Went a little over there. Hi, what did we find? A smokehouse. That's terrible. I mean, it's okay. It gives us an option of making pottery and incense, which I'm not upset by. Also has some escaped convicts. We'll have to see who's going to be joining us soon. Police. They usually have training gear, so we can solve it through that. We found a cache, some more meat. We definitely need to keep the trappers camp fully stocked for a while. We have a lot of nodes we have to get through. Same thing with the routes down here. In fact, I might swap the foragers camp over here just because this is closer to a warehouse, and that is within the hearth radius, so I definitely want to clear that space out more than I want to clear whatever the heck this space is. Seems good to me. All this has to go now. I'd salvage it, but I don't need jerky whatsoever. Feels like I may as well rebuild it just so I have the option of making stuff in there. Like, why limit my options is the question. And there's no reason to limit my options. I should just do that. Alright, let's end this stupid storm. I'm tired of the storm. Alright. Drizzle has arrived. Let's turn these in. Profit margin, done. Building the citadel, done. Kaboom. Excellent. Free oil for flour is never bad. Tanning racks would get me a ton of leather, which I do need for sustainable water skin production. Wouldn't mind clicking that button. In fact, I'm definitely going to. Like, it's at the point where I'm kind of looking at these eggs and it's like, I have enough space on this. This hearth is fully upgraded. I don't need the space. Why not have you guys just get the guaranteed leather from over here and just get 3 per leather, and that'll be really nice. It seems really good to me. Coats would be useful. Biscuits and pie would also be really useful. Pie a little less so, because we have an incoming... we will eventually get the brick oven, I swear. We'll get the humans happy at some day, I'm sure. Playing with fire. 4 more dangerous glades, huh? I'm good. I'll stick with the rainproof coats. We just need a place that makes coats. That's a lot easier to handle. Let's see what police has before we make a decision. Ooh, you have contraband. That's pretty nice. But you also have training gear, which we're definitely going to use to arrest these dudes. We can sell jerky. No one's eating it. I may as well just get rid of it in a useful trade. That seems okay. Sure. Cool. I need a fox from somewhere, please. I guess you. Don't need 2 foxes making bricks. I mean, we need the bricks, but we don't need the bricks that badly. Let's do that. Sounds delicious. Humans... I could get there. Slowly, but surely. Also, really? We're not capped on that? That's kind of crazy. Anyway. Stop making flour here. Should also make it out of mushrooms. Also, I need people in the drizzle geyser. Gosh darn it. There's too much to do. I need all of this rain collected because drizzle water equals food. All of it needs collecting. This will get done in time. I don't need to speed that up like crazy. Could use the coats, could use the bakery. The bakery would be so nice to have. So much more efficient biscuits. Plus we could make pottery. We do have a fair bit of clay kicking around for that purpose too. Like, it's definitely not infinity clay, but we have clay. So having the option for pottery is pretty strong. I do also need the coats, because I have rainproof coats I need to do. So maybe I should think about that more, given that I can already make biscuits, and pretty soon I'll be able to make really sweet pie, so maybe this is where I go. Actually, I need to move this close to the leather worker, because then they can pick the cloth up from it directly. So we'll just rejigger that a touch. You're out of stuff, huh? Cool. Well, then we can move you. We can move you elsewhere, and that'll be great, because we need the space over there. Cool. The artisan can fit right there. They can get all of their cloth right from the coats. That'll be great. Now, right from the leather worker, which is unstaffed at the moment. Huh. Mildly surprised it's unstaffed. I guess I took somebody out because it was unneeded, but I guess it makes sense. Whatever. Cap oil at 60 now. And we're never making flour in there again because we have the supplier for it. Someone's making bricks. Okay, I guess everything's good. I could afford the contraband too, which I might just. I want this glade broken into. I need to know if I have a drizzle geyser or not. I don't. I have fertile soil, which is interesting. This is gonna be in the way. I may as well cut that too. Some more roots, some berries. Fertile soil's pretty nice. Especially this close to a warehouse and a hearth. That's a pretty good get. Probably just another farm if I had to guess. I don't really have the drizzle geyser, drizzle water income to justify another greenhouse. Yeah. Everything needs bricks and cloth. Oh, hello. It's a treasure stag. And more fertile ground. That's kind of crazy. This is way more food than we need. That's crazy good. We're getting contraband for sure. So what do I want out of it? Crystallized dew production would be great. Wine production would be great. Yeah, those two. Still have no good brick production, but it's like not essential right now. Let's buy this. I have the money for, ooh, right, the ranch. We're gonna have more leather than we could possibly use from this broodmother patch. I am confident. Like, this is 82 times 3, and then times 2 that, which is like, I don't know, 246 times 2, so that's like 492 leather, which translates to, okay, look, we'll have enough water skins. We're okay. I don't need the ranch. So we'll have oil and leather galore. We're good. Beanery wouldn't be crazy. I am making porridge and pickled goods, and I would love to make crystallized dew there. The alchemist hut would also be great. I could make wine and better crystallized dew, both of which tempt me a very great deal, especially since we can use wine like right now. Using wine right now is pretty sweet. It's very rough because I'm split between the two of them. They're both really great. There's also the cellar that's here for consideration. Really good wine, good pickled goods. I mean, the alchemist hut gets me crystallized dew and wine. The tea is probably not going to get used. I think the dew is good. I will do the dew. Although we have plenty of dew right now, but this can... It's just good to have. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, we don't want the artisan here. We want that elsewhere, so we're gonna move that there, and that'll be good. This can already be upgraded, which is kind of funny. So let's pretend we're piping up the greenhouse or something. Cool. Then maybe I am gonna do something absolutely absurd with this area. Looking forward to it. Oh yeah, and there's also that treasure stag. I should consider that. Also, I should get sturdy boots if I have the money for it. Movement speed's really great. They pop in here. I mean, I can handle another dangerous glade. That's no problem. I don't see why I wouldn't just do that. The only issue with it is it's a long way to chop, but it's not that long away. I think we're fine, ultimately. So I'm just gonna call that fine. Hopefully we get to chop in there quickly. Extra 20% move speed now. It's really nice. Real nice. I like having that a lot. Could torch some wood. Right now, that wouldn't be insane. Gets us a hostility level down. Work on Sacrament of Flame hostility reduction. If I can just barely get to 32, I can get to 32 human resolve. We could, in fact, just finish human population. That's real sweet. I will have to have enough biscuits for that. To the point where I think I'm going to deny beavers biscuits for a bit. Okay, we can't bring in any humans, otherwise I'll be out of reach of the human resolve. So I sit on this, I guess? I suppose I do. Just for 2 minutes, it's fine. We are definitely going to want a lot more humans, though, because we've got a lot more fertile ground we want to take care of. Like a lot more. Reputation's done. Hello. Interesting choices. Seller is here. I think I'm going to click Advanced Rain Collector. It's just so much better than the normal rain collectors. It is staggering how much better it is. And I only need to put down 2 of them to get the tank capacity I need to complete the quest. Yeah. Normally I wouldn't even dream of that being the pick, but what do you know, it is. Working on human resolve. Alright, we found the treasure stag. Hello! Let's release it. It's an empathy event, which is awesome. Reduces hostility, gets us +1 to global resolve, half a point of reputation, even more fertile ground in here. Not a drizzle geyser in sight, huh? That's a shame. I would love to get more of that. Found a carpenter, though. That's like slightly decent tool production. Wouldn't mind that. We absolutely tear down the Altar of Decay. +1 blick production and the crystallized duo will both be pretty nice. So let's find a fox I don't care that much about maximizing. You in the makeshift post. Congratulations. You're going to burn down a hideously blasphemous altar of decay. With oil? We have a lot of everything. Just burn it down with oil, that's fine. Are we still at 32 human resolve? We are. Good. Artisan is complete. Yeah, I can't wait to bring these new people in. We got a lot of work for them to do. This is done, yeah. It's not done. What was the Glade event we got done? Am I losing my mind a little? I might have lost my mind just a touch. Just a touch, though. I'm okay. Probably. Alright, clearance is here. We no longer want people on the rain collector at all. We want to tear them down for much better rain collectors. Much, much better. Okay, we need pipes for that though. So I am going to have to dedicate some of this copper to making pipes. How many are in each? 5? Alright, well, it's an awkward number, but whatever. You two get to making bricks. Very important to do. And I have 3 seconds on human resolve. Boom. Got it done. Let's bring in these people with their parts. Seems good to me. Human resolve done. We now have a brick oven, which is sweet. Kind of fits in so nicely right here. I couldn't possibly not. We'll be making all of our pie here. Yes, we will. We most certainly will. We don't need either of these. Cellar would be okay. Cellar would certainly be fine. I don't mind it. Better pickled goods, better wine, both of which I want to make, sure. It's a good case for both of it. Let's move this over here. Have that decorate the altar so we can get the cellar in a good spot. It's pretty great. Everything just needs bricks. Having 2 people on the brick production is going to be a good idea. On the artisan, we will have 3 beavers making coats. It's not excessive. We're going to need it. The rest can be building stuff? Maybe. I mean, I don't have any building materials right now is my actual problem. Well, I don't have any cloth or, I don't have any cloth or bricks, which is the only thing that's stopping us from building stuff right now. So maybe I should get that before I work hard on that. This is only just barely worth salvaging. I mean, I am gonna want access to the tools because we have a ton of caches that can translate into a ton of rep. And I can make crystallized doing the alchemist hut, which is important. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons to do that. Lot indeed. Okay, need another beaver house, need another human house. And that should be enough for the moment. We can make a cute fence here. I love making those. Glade event completed. That's excellent. Alright. Scrolls. Alchemist hut is just gonna make me crystallized do. We don't have much of a clay industry for this, I'm pondering. Anyway, supplier's done. This is where we will make all of our flour forever. Yep. Use grain primarily, use mushrooms if you must. But we're gonna make all the flour here. And I'm sure at some point we're going to find ourselves in need of 2 people on here. Just to keep up with the flour production we'll need. I also need somebody on the blight post because the storm's about to hit. Oh boy. Maybe I should have brought these convicts in. Kind of feels like I could use more people right now. 100 planks, oh my god. Alright, well. Go build stuff. I kind of want you up here clearing this area out, but there's really no spot for you. Yeah, just another farm, I guess. Might want to translate these into just grain now. We have a rather large surplus of vegetable and a rather not surplus of grain, so I'll probably want to just make those as much as I can. 50 pie is more than enough. We'll just get one person doing that, that'll be fine. They're probably going to keep up with the needs of 14 people by themselves. Probably. Right? Minute 19 to make 20. Yeah. I think the math works out. And if it doesn't work out, then I'll whine about it later. I might just leave these ruins and not do anything with them. I need this done before the storm comes, actually, because this is a lot of hostility that we're getting for not a lot of good reason. I thought that would be done before the storm hit. Oops. Oopsie doodles. That's a little oopsie poopsie. Okie dokie. What do? I need to staff the temple to get hostility down. I need to burn enough wood to get that amount of hostility down. And I'm gonna have to pay oil, I think. I don't think there's a way I can get more hostility down before it becomes relevant. Sure looks that way. That sucks. Also, I need to allow the beavers to eat again. I'm a cruel viceroy for forgetting that. Yeah. Highly unfortunate. We should burn less wood for sure. Pay the oil fee. It's okay. Let's check out our brand spanking new blueprint. Furnace is kind of cool. Finally gives me the brick production I wanted for ages. Beanery's really good though. 3-star porridge. We are making a lot of porridge. That makes it so much more efficiently. Plus it's another place I could make pickled goods. It's pretty nice. I already have a carpenter somewhere on the map. Furnace would also be good. I could make tools out of it. That is a very good point. I could smelt the copper and make tools out of it. That's a really good point. Yeah. Alright. Turns out I'm convinced. I can put this next to the warehouse over here. Nothing's in the rules say you can't put that next to a warehouse. And the dogs can play basketball. Okay, we're done here. Thank goodness. I can pull back on the sacking. Just a little, though. I mean, the more we sack, the higher sacrament of the flame rises, and that's just good. Any good trade routes, by the way? Trade some plant fiber. It's kind of a meh deal, so I'm good. Likewise with the oil. Very meh deals. A lot of very meh stuff that I don't care for. Keeping a good stock of water skins around for our pickled goods. We'll be making the cellar soon. In fact, the cellar is done, so that's good. Let's make pickled goods out of it. Any of this stuff's good. 12 and 12, I guess we'll keep like 70 around or something. 60 wine, that's fine. Actually, almost certainly need to make mushroom wine more than anything. So who goes in there? I guess someone from the field kitchen, because you're going to be entirely superfluous pretty soon. Well, you make biscuits. That's important. But I don't want you to make pickled goods anymore. You'll be making porridge still, though, so I guess that's fine. Is there a human I can slap on there? I could just take them out of the temple. Take them also out of their workstation. We've got most of the stuff we need built now. We don't need 2 people in there. Okay. It's okay. Get you in the cellar. Make wine, make pickled goods as much as you can, thank you. Keep that at 40, I guess. What's all our mushrooms being used for, incidentally? Pickled goods, flour if we have to. Probably want to make that stick to grain. Wine, that's going to be the only thing we make wine out of. Yeah. Don't use it in the porridge. Yeah, we're only going to make mushroom wine, so I guess we're where we want to be with consumption controls there. So I guess that's fine. Need more people again. I really regret not bringing the convicts in now. So we are hurting for people. You don't need to be on the blight post. We have cleared that at least. Just kind of sitting around waiting for enough coats and oil to be made. Which I'm sure will happen eventually. We burning fuel for anything? I think we can definitely use oil for blight stuff. I think we have enough to justify that. Yeah, we're not really using any fuel for anything, are we? Went down a hostility level. God, the temple's good. Ugh, I love the temple so much. It's so ridiculously great. Press is capped on oil, that's fine. Should probably burn some then in that case if we're gonna sit here being capped on it. How much grain do we have? Not a lot. Not so much that I'm really comfortable burning it. But it's probably fine. Probably. Oh, I've got so much workforce rejiggering to do after all this too. Gah. Capped on bricks, that's good to see. I guess you're just good then. Cool. Appreciate that. You're running a coat deficit. Do I have to pipe this up? I might have to pipe this up. If we're running a coat deficit with 3 people working on coats, probably need to pipe it up. And that'll be fine. You're busy making all that, which is good. You're making biscuits and porridge, which is what you need to be doing. It's all good. Boy, that's a lot of money. That sure would be a ton of money. I like money. I think that's a good enough reason to click on that. Liking money. Sure. Varlef, hello. Bricks or pottery would be good if we were doing pottery stuff, but we're not. Smelter? Like, that's weirdly good. Makes us better copper bars, makes us better biscuits. We could dedicate the field kitchen to just making porridge. I like it. I could buy a bunch of tools and then win in a giant hurry, too. Also quite tempting. But we'll sit on it for now, I think. Alright. We have enough space around this temple now. So I want to do some cool stuff. I think I want like a giant fence going along here. We're gonna make this the temple gardens, and it'll be really cool. So for gardens, we'll want maybe the fountain. It doesn't fit perfectly is the problem. Ooh, maybe the arch. Yes. Ooh, like it. Like it a lot. Then maybe we put like a little sacred flame there. Peat torch there. Slap down a bunch of gardens next to it. Alright, alright. I'm liking it. We'll see how that looks. Everyone's really happy, and I'm very happy to see that. Let's get people in the Drizzle Geyser. We need a lot of it. Or the Drizzle thing. Drizzle supplying thing. Do we need hostility reduction right now? I mean, it is probably getting us a ton of rep. It is getting us a ton of rep. So maybe I do need that then. Could take you off the Foragers camp. Yeah, wow, I really need people, don't I? Holy cow. We have so much that needs doing, it's crazy. You're capped on everything, so you can stop for the moment. Can get you someplace that's useful. The market would be very useful, that's for sure. I also want the small farm built too. Shoot. All right. it's fine. This is all fine. You come over here. Make sure these trees are chopped out. We have a project of prettiness to get done over here. It's very important. Alright, the number of coats we have is finally going up, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's burn some oil. If we're capped on oil, we may as well. Counts for Sacrament of the Flame, makes everything go faster. Oh, we're capped on flour. Cool. Maybe I only need one person there then. Great. Oh god, the advanced ring collector's so good. 4 per cycle instead of 2. Fits 3 people. So good. So good. Pretty soon, we'll have capped out the amount of stormwater we have, too. In fact, I should pipe this up. I should buy a wildfire essence and fully automate that thing. I like it. Let's sell a bunch of stuff too. Yeah. Sell a bunch of stuff and get as many tools as we can for it. In fact, since we are making a lot of money, how many tools can we get? 17? It's not bad. We could go further beyond, though. Sell planks. We have too many of them. Get us a few more tools. Could sell wood. It's not the craziest thing to do. Get us yet more tools. Could sell some of our parts. We do have an excessive amount of them. Like more than I'm gonna be able to use for the game. Maybe it's fine to just trade it in for getting closer to winning, because we are getting closer to winning. Yeah. Seems good to me. Okay, so we automate that fully. I guess I work on this. I'm very mildly nervous we'll win before we hit 300 drip stormwater, which is why I stopped all stormwater production use. But, you know, worst comes to worst, I keep this guy from opening the cache. Surely we'll hit 300 stormwater by then, right? Surely. Oh god, I'm really nervous now. Holy cow. Okay. How fast is our resolve going up? 1 per minute. Oh, gosh. Yeah. That's fast. Almost 1 per minute. It's 0.9 per minute, which is nearly 1 per minute. Gosh. Do you get benefits from oil? You sure do. Well, gosh. In that case, let's just burn a ton of oil. Ooh, we can also bring these guys in. That'll make everybody slightly less happy. Not enough slightly less happy, though. Maybe suffering from success a little bit. Rainproof coats is done, too. I mean, surely we'll be fine, right? We'll get to 300 gut stormwater easy, right? Right. It's done there. I mean, like, is stormwater being used anywhere I should know about? Field kitchen. Right, I am using that for that. No, you use clearance water for that. Okay, that should give us a much steadier gain of stormwater for sure. Because that porridge does take quite a bit of stormwater to make. Yeah, it's going up real fast. Real nice. Good. Good. ×3 oil is making this go very, very fast. Just like our reputation gains. I could pull you off of the temple, give us some hostility. That would probably cut down on the amount of reputation we're getting. Yeah, it does. Okay. That works. I hate it, but it works. 300. Gotta hit 300 before we win. Alright, we're out of oil, but whatever. We're gonna make a ton more very soon. Okay. Cap us. Cap me. Cap me now. Okay, we're capped. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. I'm putting down an extra rain collector just to get myself overcapped, just in case. Just in case. Okay. And Operation Make a Pretty Thing is going okay. It's not as pretty as I was hoping it would be, but I don't mind it. Clearly something's missing here. Like maybe some extra stuff. Some big tall plants for people to be like, ooh, look at the big tall plants. They're big and also tall. Alright. 329 stormwater. We're well over our quota of 300, and now I just sit back and let happiness roll in. You guys don't have to collect water anymore. You have plenty of it. High level of corruption. Well, not a big surprise. It is a year divisible by 3, and we are doing a fair bit of rain punk, so yeah, that'll happen. Boom! We did it! Kind soul unity, the most important things. We also got official praise because our impatience never went over 2. That's fun and also really hard to do. Excellent. What a fun game that was. All right. Seems that not too much time has passed, but to your surprise, the ship looks operational again. We start with 20 pipes and 30 sea marrow. That's going to be a huge boon for all my games going forward, so I'm very happy for that. Wow, that looks really tough to do. Maybe I'll do it? I don't know. Could also do the Gathering Storm over here. I don't like barren lands. Kinda hate barren lands, to be honest. Just do a normal run, or just do these separately and not be like, what if I just did all of it at once? Like a crazy person. And it's like, no, you don't want to be a crazy person. That's not a smart thing to do, in general. Anyway, that was fun. Let's find someone to raid. Hey, Prometheus is playing against the storm. That seems like a pretty good thing to raid, given that you're watching against the storm. And if you're watching against the storm right now, you might want to watch more against the storm. Possibly somebody who's playing at a higher difficulty level than I am. Mayhap. You can tell me if I'm wrong. But either way, I'm going to wrap up the stream. I'll be back tomorrow. It'll be Warframe Wednesday, and we can see me jump around like a lunatic soloing stuff in Warframe, and that's always fun. And, yeah. Otherwise, yeah. I hope you have a lovely evening. You're lovely people. And, yeah. I'll start the raid, and you take care. Have a lovely, you know, everything. I'm repeating myself. I'm ending the stream. Starting the raid, ending the stream. Bye! Thanks again. Bye-bye.